I was invited to perform both of Rodrigo's guitar concertos at Royal Festival Hall with the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra, Andrew Litton conducting. And it was part of Rodrigo's 90th birthday celebration. So he came over to London from Madrid, and we had planned the recording right after the performance. And the great part was that I had the opportunity to study the interpretation of the piece with him right before the recording. And I had, in fact, in the Fantasia, I had a number of questions that I asked him about changes that Segovia had made to the guitar part. I remember I had my score marked with red X's, all in a lot of questions that I had for him. And his daughter, Cecilia, speaks wonderful English, and she was the translator. And we met at Abbey Road Studios there in London and before the recording, and I went through one by one and asked the maestro, is this all right? Is this change okay? Is this all right to do? And everyone, he said, that's fine. I like it better. Segovia knew more about the guitar than I did. I like his change. In fact, this is interesting, Tony. The last chord before the big run in the last movement in the cadenza, it was Patrick Russ, my orchestrator friend, who said, "Chris, Segovia's recording he's playing a different chord than the printed music." He said, "I hear a D sharp against a D natural in that chord." And I had the opportunity to ask Rodrigo. I said, "What's correct? We hear one version in Segovia's record. All the other guitar versions have the printed music version. And which is correct?" And he said, "The correct one is the D sharp against the D natural." He said, "That is more Rodrigo, right, that dissonance." And so he said that what had actually happened was a copyist had seen that and thought, well, that must be a mistake, so they changed it. So you have all these guitar recordings of the wrong chord, essentially, in that area. So it was such a blessing to be able to work with a composer himself.